Welcome back to the video series of the Object-Oriented Programming with Java. Our today's topic for this particular video, that is the wrapper class, instance of operator and cosmic superclass. I am your instructor Mr. Ankit Patel. So let's start with the first concept, that is the wrapper class. So what is the use of the wrapper class and what do you mean by the wrapper class? So here the wrapper class are those whose object wrap a primitive data type within them. Means the wrapper class in Java that provide the mechanism to convert the primitive into object type as well as the object into primitive type. And there are the 8 class of the Java.language package are known as a wrapper class in the Java. So most probably the data type, all the data type, primitive data type has a similar class is there. That class is known as a wrapper class. So what are that 8 classes there? You can see here the left side shows the primitive data type as well, and right side shows the its wrapper class. So you can see the boolean is there, character is there, byte class is there, short class is there, integer is there, long, float as well as double. So these are the different wrapper class, and you can use a different method of it to convert. Suppose if you want to convert any string to integer, any string to float, any double data type value to the integer, so you can use a different method of it. And I will also explain with the program how to convert the string to integer and what is the use of the parseInt method, because most probably one method, that is a parseInt, parsefloat, parseDouble method, mostly we are using it to convert a specific data type to specific data type. Now next topic, that is the instance of operator. Now what is instance of operator? So this operator is used to test if an object is instance of some class or not. Now suppose there is a one concept of inheritance. There are the multiple class available in this program, and all the class are inheriting the data from some another class, and if you check that some particular object is instance of some class or not, at that time you can use the instance of operator, and the syntax is a simple, like just write down the name of the object, the instance of operator, and just write down the class name, and you can check that particular object is the instance of that particular class or not. And I will show you with the programming also. And the last topic of this particular theoretical session, that is the cosmic superclass and its method. Now what do you mean by the cosmic superclass? Here the cosmic superclass, that is our main class, not our main class, but what is which class that is accessible to all the class. So the object class, here the O is capital is there, the object class is the ultimate ancestor. Means every class in Java extend the object, so that object is our main class is there, our parent class is there, that all the classes are subclass of the object class. However, you never have to write the class employee extend object. You can write, but if you are not writing extend object, by default the employee class can access the all the data of the object. So here this is the example of the just an example, the employee class is there. If you are creating the test and demo class, by default the object class is a parent of all the class. So in Java, every class that is defined without an explicit extend clause automatically extend the class object, and that is the class object is a direct or indirect superclass of every class in the Java. So it is the topmost class of the Java, and the object class is a beneficial if you want to refer any object whose type you don't know, that type you can use the object class data. So that's why object class is known as an cosmic superclass. So what are the different method of that particular class? So I have shown only this 3 method, because most probably we are using these 3 method. There are the lots of method available of the object class, but I have show you only this 3. And the first one, that is a equals method is there. You have already seen in the string class we are using the string buffer to compare the object of this object. to specific object. So equals method is a part of object class and string that override that particular method. Similar next method, that is a toString method that representation of this object. And the last one is a finalize method that invoke the garbage collector before an object being garbage collected. For that we are using the finalize method. So these are the these three methods available in the object class, and all the class are override that particular method. So hope you understand the concept of the cosmic superclass. What is cosmic superclass? So here the object class is our cosmic superclass. So I will explain you all these three topics with the programming. So let's start the programming. Now in this session I will show you the example of the wrapper class, then the instance of operator and the cosmic superclass. So now wrapper class, we are using the mostly wrapper class for the converting the value from string to integer, from string to double. So I will show you the dynamic how to pass a dynamic value in the program. Now suppose if you want to pass check the given number is even or odd, then we need to pass that value at a runtime. So how to pass the value at a command prompt in a CMD, that will also discuss in this particular session. So now let's create a class demo. I am just creating a demo class and then the public static void main. Public static void then main. In main I am passing this string. So if you think about the why we are passing this string of argument, what is the use of it? So I am using that particular argument in this program. Now let's try to make the like suppose if you want to use the system.out.println. Now suppose if you are print the args of 0 value over here. Now let's run this code first of all. Just compile it javac demo.java and that's run. Now at the run time you need to pass here some value. Whatever, like because this is a string format, I am just writing my name, this will print Ankit. If you are printing the something value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then this will print a value, because this value is in the form of this string, not in the form of integer. Like you are passing just 1, 2, 3, 5.25, this will print like that value. But now I want to use this value in my program. Now I just, so here you can understand that in a command prompt you can pass the value and you can use it in our program. Like suppose if you are write like this, like integer a that is equals to args of 0. That means the first argument that we are storing in variable integer a. But now suppose if you are write like this, this will generate an error. Like javac demo.java, you cannot write like incompatible type. So you need to convert this string value to the integer. Because string, it is an string format value, like it is set of character. So this will consider as a character value. So for that you need to just convert this value. How to convert? To just write down the name of the class integer dot parse int. This is a method of the integer parse int method, and in a method argument you are passing this args of 0. So this is a parse int method from where you can convert the any of this type value to the integer. Now here that value is converted. Now I want to just use it. Now suppose if you want to use, just check this number is even or not. So I am just writing down the code. If a mod 2 is equals to 0, then you can print it like number is even, or else I am just copy that particular code, otherwise the number is odd. So here we have make a program to check the given number is even or not, and the number is passed in the command line argument. So if you want to run this code again, now you can check it out. Now then Java, you need to pass this value over here. Suppose if you are passing the 12 over here, the number is even. You are passing the 11, the number is odd. So you can clear that how to pass a value in a command prompt. So this is called as an simple example of the command prompt, and we are converting this string value to the, because the default value in the command prompt is an string. So we are converting this string variable to the integer. So hope you understand the use of the wrapper class. Similarly, you can also convert the double dot parse. Suppose if you want to convert this value in a double, so just write down over here like double, because double is a class, double dot parse double. So that value will be converted into the integer, but this program is not suitable for the double because we are not modulate, we cannot check the reminder for the double value. So you can also convert this data into the double form. Now you are supposed to be print this value over here a, so that value you can check. Okay, you cannot dot parse double. Now similarly you can convert into the in a double format. Now you want to, because double is a, you are not able to convert this particular parse double. Now you want to check this particular method is available or not in a double class. You need to just write down like just java p, then java dot lang dot double. So you can see over here, you can check this particular method is available in which form. Now if you want to search it, you can also search it over here. The parsed, you can see java dot string parse double, and you can convert this string to the string, because the error is generated in our program just because we are assigning, converting this to the integer. So we need to just use over here double variable. So at that time this error will remove. You can compile it, check it, and you can pass. Now if you are not passing any value over here, if you are not passing, the compiler will generate a runtime error that it require array index out of bound. What is the use of the array index out of bound? That we will discuss in the exception. But if you are not passing this value, this will generate a runtime error. Now if you are passing 100.25, this will print as double value. So hope you understand the use of the wrapper class. You can make a different program using the wrapper class also, and you can also check it out the different method by using the java p command. So now next, that is the instance of operator. Now for instance of operator, I am just repeating the example that I have already discussed in the interface. So I am just creating the interface P. In that particular interface, I am just creating a simple method void show. One more interface we are creating, P1, that extends P. I have already explained this example in an interface video. So here now again just write down here P12 is there and P1 comma P2. I am creating one class test. That particular class will override this method public void show. So I am not printing anything. I am just want to give you the example of. So what we have created? We have created one interface, right? P1 is there, P2 is there. Both is a subclass sub interface of P interface, and P12 that implements the P1 and P2. So now we want to check it out. Is there, now I am just creating the object of taste T1, that is equals to new taste. Is there T1 can access the property of P interface by using the instance of operator? So like this will return in the form of true and false. So I am just writing like this: T1 instance of, write down the name of the class or interface. So I am writing just P. If this will return a true, then system.out.println. So I am just write it down the message, that is the yes. Okay. So now if T1 instance of means what? We are checking that T1 can access the property of P. That means that taste can access the property of P. So this will return true. Why? Because taste, we are not written here implements. So here taste that implements P12. So now what happened over here? So here taste implement P12, P12 that implements P1 and P2, and P1 and P2 are both extends the P. That means indirectly taste can also access the property of P. That's why this will return the true, and this message will be print the yes. I will show you the message. Let's compile the program again. Java C demo.java println message. And now you run this code. This will print a yes. That means this is a part, this method will access the P. But now here P1 and P2 are not access the property of P. At that time this will return the false. There will be no any message will be printed as output. You can see, because this will condition is not satisfied over here. So this is the use of the instance of operator to check the particular object is the instance of some class or interface or not. So now, and the last example, that is I will show you about the cosmic superclass, that is the object. So here by default, as I already told you, the by default taste is already is a subclass of object class. No need to write down just over here like object. You can write, but by default it is already subclass of the object class, each and every class. So what I am doing over here, I am just creating a constructor one like taste. In that particular constructor I am assigning the value a is equals to 100, and I am creating one variable integer a. I am just end it out, and I am just this show method. I am not using this show method. I am using a toString method. So public, because by default it is a public method. So public return type is in the form of string, and the method is a toString, and this method will return in the form of value of a, that is equals to, I am just writing over here, plus a. So now what we are doing over here, I am just printing this value. Normally if the method, what is the use of the toString method? No need to call like this t1.toString method, because this is the default method of the object class. So it will automatically, if you are printing the object, it will automatically call the default toString method. So if you are writing like here the t1.toString like this, and suppose if you are writing only t1, both line are the similar. So if you are writing like T1, now let's check it out. And if you run this, the value of A is equals to 100. So you understand the use of the toString method. The toString method, this is automatically called by default toString method, because this is the method of the Cosmic superclass, our parent class object. So there is no requirement to write down over our toString, because here the S is capital. Suppose if you are making a small s over here, so this will act as a user defined method, and you are calling like T1. So at the same time, this will not print the value. This will print the address of that particular object. This will not print this method, because here the s is a small. So you need to just override whenever you are override. Just there will be no any spelling mistake, because Java is a case sensitive language. So hope you understand all these three topics that we are discussing in this programming session. So this is the end of the programming session. So thank you very much. If you have any doubt, you can feel free to ask me. Thank you very much.